You're all set to start us in, Alyssa.
The stream's loading through right now.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Senator Libby? Have you been waiting since 10?
Senator Rafferty, I've been waiting since 1. I told the committee I'd be wearing my tie for the work session, and I had my tie on at 1 o'clock. I don't know what happened to it. Sorry.
Well, you might have got it off, ready to use it on me when I said we're going to continue.
This is a normal part of the legislative process.
Well, great.
At least now it's an occasional one instead of daily with leadership, huh?
For some reason I can't start my video. I keep clicking on it, but it won't start.
I don't really have a whole lot of advice for you, Representative. Perhaps leaving and re-entering?
I'm here if you're waiting for me.
No, it's Representative Bradstreet that he's having trouble.
Oh, my link just came through this moment, so maybe his.
He's having video trouble,
Yeah.
so he's here, but he's going to come back in, I think, and try it again. Folks, for time, we were thinking about skipping introductions, but if anyone objects, obviously, be happy to go through all the introductions, and we have to read the script one way or the other. Thoughts?
Skip.
Yeah, skip.
Yep.
Skip to the loo, my darling.
So moved. I see a message. We're still connecting. You give me the heads up, Alyssa.
I don't know where you're seeing that message, but we're live streaming the
One that
audio.
says,
And
room audio, video.
yeah, I don't know why that always does that. That's just the computer that's plugged into the little black box. That way it does the audio on the legislature website.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get started then.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't start my video, but I am here and I can hear you. So.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. My name is Joe Rafferty. I am a senator in Senate District 34 and working as the chair of the committee, Standing Committee on Labor and Housing. I will be presiding over this work session of this evening. The format again is this is actually our first work session as a committee, and the format is something that we're all working through. We find that in each of our meetings. We expect that there will be some unforeseen glitches, mistakes, but please be patient. We'll work through them as best we can. We have some able-bodied technicians with us, and our clerk's doing an outstanding job, Alyssa Thompson. So for the purpose of this meeting, this basically is for the committee to receive information from staff and others in order for members to consider the legislative proposals before them and make recommendations on reports to the legislature. Only committee members, the committee analysts, and those specifically invited to attend will be participating in the work session using Zoom. For members of the public wishing to observe this meeting, it's being live streamed on the committee's YouTube channel and will also be recorded for viewing after this meeting is concluded. We're also broadcasting the audio of this meeting on the legislature's website, www.legislature.maine.gov. Please keep in mind that the YouTube live stream of this meeting, which is accessible to the public, begins at the scheduled start time of the work. Well, we've already begun, so we're good. Please keep in mind that you should mute your microphone when you're not speaking, and check to be sure, and I didn't do that, that your name appears as, and it looks as though everyone's does. That said, oh, that was a short script. I will, tonight we're gonna have a work session on LD 29 and LD 37. First up, Steve, you all set to go?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. So I'm gonna share my screen. And let me find the right one. Okay, are you all seeing a memo that says LD 29 on it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So LD 29 is an act to conform the Maine apprenticeship program to the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1972. It was sponsored by Senator Rafferty on behalf of the Maine Department of Labor. So this bill amends the information relating to a request for demographic data that an apprenticeship agreement under the Maine apprenticeship program must contain. It brings the program into compliance with Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1972 standards. So under testimony, Senator Rafferty said this bill proposes required statutory changes to ensure conformity with federal EEO changes. This bill was proposed last year as LD 1912, but the legislature adjourned before it could be enacted due to COVID. And I do just want to point out that these will be posted on the web, and see how this is hyperlinked. So if you click on this, it'll take you to the bill. So whenever the text looks like this, it means there's a link hidden in there. So other proponents of the bill were Kimberly Moore from the Maine Department of Labor, and she is here at the work session today. Kate Knox from Equality Maine was also a proponent of LD 29. She recommended that section 2 of the bill should be amended to clarify that equal opportunity will be afforded to all regardless of their gender identity. Nobody testified against, and nobody testified neither for nor against. So in looking at the bill and taking into account the testimony, there are a couple of things that I want to bring to the committee's attention. So the Maine Human Rights Act defines sexual orientation as a person's actual or perceived heterosexuality, bisexuality, homosexuality, or gender identity or expression. And I have that blocked in because that was one of the recommendations that Kate Knox recommended that the committee amend. So I wanted to point out and ask if it's necessary to include the words gender identity, if it's already defined in Maine via the Maine Human Rights Act under sexual orientation. So federally, the EEOC also interprets sex discrimination as forbidding employment discrimination based on gender identity or sexual orientation. And I do have an attachment that I'll point out in a second. The other issue that I looked at with this bill was, so the bill reads, or because the person is 40 years of age or older, but the Maine Human Rights Act prohibits all age discrimination. So should this be amended to simply read age? And I also have an attachment that I would like to point out. So skipping this piece right now, here you can see that the federal regulations governing the equal employment opportunity in apprenticeship can be found here, and if you'll be able to click on the link. And state law governing the apprenticeship program can be found here. At this point, a preliminary fiscal impact statement has not been prepared. So in referring to the issues that I pointed out earlier, so as you can see from this highlighted section, this is from the EEOC, the federal EEOC. So EEOC interprets and enforces Title VII's prohibition of sex discrimination as forbidding any employment discrimination based on gender identity or sexual orientation. These protections apply regardless of any contrary state or local laws. So my other attachment that I wanted to point out pertains to the portion of the bill that says 40 years of age or older. So on the Federal Department of Labor's website relating to apprenticeship, one of the questions that they put out as being frequently asked is it enough for a sponsor to add age to the list of protected characteristics in its EEO pledge, apprenticeship application, and other literature, or must the information specify age 40 or older? And it says, while the Part 30 regulations only specifically prohibit age discrimination against those 40 and older, sponsors do not need to include the modifier 40 or older in their materials referring to age discrimination if they choose not to. Sponsors should also be aware of applicable state and/or local age discrimination laws that may apply, as some such laws prohibit age discrimination against those who are younger than 40. And as I pointed out earlier, the Maine Human Rights Act does not specify a certain age, but that discrimination based on age itself is unlawful. So in terms of information that members of the committee requested, Representative Bradstreet posed to the Maine Department of Labor if the bill as written brings the state into full compliance. And I understand that Kimberly Moore from Department of Labor is on if she has an answer for Representative Bradstreet. That's all I have for LD 29. I'm happy to entertain any questions that you might have.
Anyone have any? Oh, yes, I see Representative Drinkwater, followed by Representative Gear, Warren, and Merrimont.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good evening to everybody. Welcome back. Do the changes affect religious institutions? Because as you know, there's a lot of Christian schools and churches that have real heartburn about some of the gender identities. And is this going to have an effect on their hiring practices?
I'm not prepared to answer that question. If somebody from the Department of Labor has the answer, then I would defer to them, but.
So I also do not have that answer. I can look into it if that's a concern.
Yeah, I probably should have asked sooner, but I was reviewing my file the other day and the thought occurred to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Gear, followed by Representative Warren, Merrimont, and Sylvester.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Steve, I'm trying to just understand based on what you said, is there an actual out of compliance status that we're in or not? It seems like maybe because of the Human Rights Commission language, would seem to be in compliance. Is there anything to fix here? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, so my understanding is that the bill was put in by the department because in 2017, the apprenticeship rules were changed to reflect new categories of people. And so each apprenticeship is required to have a statement saying that they will abide by certain categories in which they do not discriminate. And so my understanding from the public hearing is that the department was in compliance until that rule was changed. But then in order to regain compliance, that's why the department has put this bill in.
So Steve, essentially, we're trying to catch up to the 2017 changes.
Yes, and the changes are at the federal level, yes.
Thank you very much.
And if I could just clarify for my own understanding, the thing that you said was the same in the MHRC and the federal is the way that gender identity is included as a category. That's the one piece that is already in alignment, correct?
Yes, so Maine Human Rights Act actually lists gender identity in its definition of sexual orientation. So my pointing that out was, I don't know if the committee needs to include that language because if you just say sexual orientation, in Maine, that includes gender identity under the Maine Human Rights Act.
Great, thank you.
Representative Warren, followed by Senator Merrimont and Representative Sylvester.
Thank you very much. I'm actually all set for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Merrimont.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So Steve, I heard you raise two questions and then you seemed to answer them. So what I left that feeling was that it's ready to go through as it is, in which case I'll make a motion. Is that your understanding too?
Well, as I indicated in my bill analysis, Representative Bradstreet posed the same question to the department at the public hearing. And I believe the answer was, we're going to look into whether it's ready to go as is, and we'll get back to you. But I did want to point out the age piece, because that potentially could conflict with the Maine Human Rights Act, because as I said, it doesn't actually specify in the Maine Human Rights Act that you can discriminate. It doesn't say that you cannot discriminate over age 40, it just says you can't discriminate based on age at all. So that could be a potential conflict.
All right, I'll give you time to work it out first. Thank you.
Representative Sylvester.
Thank you. I just, I'm going to give you an answer to Representative Drinkwater's question, based on my understanding from the State Workforce Board, which is the apprenticeship program is voluntary, and that an employer has to apply to become a part of it. And so it wouldn't be a mandate on any employment, regular employment that any religious institution would have, unless they voluntarily applied to it based on the rules that were set up for the apprenticeship program, which is to follow the federal law. So that would be my understanding of that. Hope that helps.
I see Representative Pebworth and Senator Guerin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Based on Kate Knox's testimony, I would suggest that we do add gender identity. I think there's been enough confusion and that would help clarify.
Thank you. Senator Guerin?
Until we have a definitive answer from the department and perhaps judiciary, I don't see how we can vote on it, the bill related to if it would affect religious organizations. I think after we caucus, I believe I will be asking to table it until we have that information.
Thank you. Any other questions? So Steve, I'm gonna, Senator Vermont, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So if we don't have that or can't get it, why don't we table it right away? And then we can move on to the next bill and not have Senator Libby just waiting around.
Excellent suggestion. I was going to ask Steve that if that's probably not a reality to get that answer this evening, correct?
With certainty, probably not.
Okay. So,
all right, I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
It's been, so we have a motion to table. It's been seconded. Any discussion?
Nope.
I would prefer at this point to do a show of hands as opposed to a roll. All those in favor of, I see some hands up. Do we have questions? Okay, the hands are up. All those in favor of tabling, raise your hand. I'm physically raising mine. I'm too tired to find my hand online.
Mr. Chair, I have raised my hand online because my video doesn't work.
Thank you. So that motion to table carries.
I was grabbing my sheet. Senator Guerin, was that you who had seconded?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Alyssa. Do you need any more information on the count or anything, Alyssa?
No, I got the rest of it. Thank you.
All right. So let's move on to LD 37. Mr. Senator Libby's bill, and Steve, you want to give us the rundown of what you have, please?
Sure. So LD 37 is an act to amend the laws concerning the retired county and municipal law enforcement officers and municipal firefighters health insurance program by Senator Libby, as you mentioned. So this bill amends language contained in Public Law 2019, Chapter 446, governing contributions under the open enrollment provisions of the retired county and municipal law enforcement officers and municipal firefighters health insurance program. So currently the law requires the person hired on or after October 1st, 2019 to enroll no later than 5 years after hire, conditioned on the enrollment and eligibility requirements of the applicable health plan. And this bill removes that condition. The bill also changes the percentage of gross wages for contributions and the time period during which contributions of gross percentages must be made. The bill removes the requirement of 60 months of contributions by enrollees. The bill also changes the state's payment of certain premium subsidies from payment to the plan to payment directly to enrollees. The amendments to the open enrollment provisions are retroactive to September 19th, 2019, and the Department of Administrative and Financial Services Bureau of Human Resources Office of Employee Health and Benefits is the one required to ensure correct contribution amounts for those who enrolled between September 19th, 2019 and the effective date of this legislation. So testimony received by the committee by Senator Libby, this bill fixes technical errors in LD 1674, which is Public Law 2019, Chapter 446, as mentioned above. This bill is unanimous ought to pass as amended report from this committee last year prior to adjournment, but due to COVID-19, and that was LD 2049. The committee received written testimony from Paul Gaspar from the Maine Association of Police, who was one of the original stakeholders in this bill. The committee also received testimony from Ronnie Green, Professional Firefighters of Maine. And he said in his testimony that this is an emergency bill to allow participants to enroll before open enrollment ends December 31st of this year. And he said the language referencing 60 months was language passed in the 122nd legislature that should have been repealed in 2012. It ensured participants paid a minimum of 60 months of contributions before they received a subsidy. And the committee also received testimony from Matthew Sear of Wyndham. So other things of note to the committee. So the statute governing provisions of this bill is found in Title V. And this bill is an emergency and takes effect when enacted. And we did receive a preliminary fiscal impact statement, which I have attached. So the preliminary fiscal impact statement, it says that there's a minor impact, and it says the bill makes several changes to the retired county and municipal law enforcement officers and municipal firefighters health insurance program to correct unintended technical errors in the law. These changes are not expected to result in significant costs to the program, and any additional costs can be absorbed within existing resources. That's all that I have on LD 37. I'm happy to try to answer any questions that you might have. And I should point out also that some of the stakeholders that were instrumental in the bill are also on the Zoom call, and they are probably much more familiar with intricacies than I am.
Thank you. We'll call on them as needed. Senator Guerin, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Stephen, it sounded to me like you were saying that Ronnie Green wanted an amendment to this bill. Did I hear you correctly in that, related to the 60 months?
No, so what he was saying, and I was quoting him from his testimony, so my understanding is what he was saying was that this is sort of the amended version of that. So there was old language that should have been repealed but wasn't, and that was one of the oversights, and that is fixed in this language.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Yes, Representative Drinkwater.
Thank you. Just a little house cleaning issue here. It would help if I could actually have a hard copy of your analysis, because as you're scrolling down through, you know, sometimes I'm keeping up, sometimes I'm not keeping up. If we could just get emailed to us your analysis, and that way we could print it out, I think that would be most helpful.
Sure,
Thank
absolutely. Sure.
Senator Guerin, did you have a follow-up?
No, I forgot to put my hand down. Sorry.
That's okay. Any other questions? Any further discussion? Hearing none, I would. Representative Sylvester, sir.
Thank you. Steve, was there any amendment as presented?
Nope.
Then I would make a motion to pass.
And second.
Seconded. Any further discussion?
I believe we would like to have a caucus before voting.
Okay, I have 5:42. Are we looking at 10 minutes? Would that give you enough time?
I believe so. Representative Bradstreet, what's your opinion?
I think that would give us enough time, yes.
Representative Sylvester, hand is still up.
No, it's not, as soon as I find my button.
Okay, the fatigue factor is setting in. Folks, if we would, Alyssa, if you'd be kind enough to put us in caucus for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can call you all back in 10 minutes. I do want to say that I need a couple minutes to run next door and see if I can help Representative Bradstreet fix his camera after caucus. Otherwise, I'm not able to register his vote.
We'll give you at least 12 then. All right.
All right, 12. That's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Representative Warren, who did you want to caucus with?
I think I'm with the Democratic caucus.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Hi, Representative Cuddy. They're in caucus right now. I will add you to the breakout room if you want to join them.
Alyssa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
This is Ronnie Green. I was texting with Stacey Guerin, Senator Guerin. She asked if you could add me to their caucus.
Sure. Just one sec. Did you get the little pop-up? There we go.
Thank you, Alyssa, for sending me over there.
Not a problem.
I'm not sure. Am I in the breakout room or the regular room at this point?
No, you're in the main one. I just closed it, so it's giving the Dems the little countdown right now. I'm gonna go see if I can fix the camera issue for Representative Bradstreet. So if they come back, that's where I am.
Okay, well, we didn't really finish in the breakout room, and
Oh, folks started coming back before I closed them, so I had figured you guys were done. It's been about 10 minutes. Do you want me to send you back?
well, I'll just talk to the guys here on this page, and if they want to go back, we'll go back. Okay.
Okay. This is going live to YouTube, so I just want you to know that.
Oh, I guess we all need to go back then, because I don't
Okay.
want to.
I will open the rooms back up.
Thank you.
Dick Bradstreet wasn't able to get into the room yet, so.
Alyssa, it's coming up on my screen that I'm being invited back to the breakout room, and I assume that's probably a mistake just because I was invited there earlier.
Ronnie, I got the same thing, but I'm just assuming that they kicked me out of that room and they just don't want me back.
I can understand that.
Right? You know me.
Senator,
I got it too.
we're back and ready to roll. Is Senator Rafferty on? Maybe not. No. Can anybody hear me?
Oh, yes, I heard you.
Can hear you.
Okay, so
I don't see Joe or Alyssa at this point. Oh, there's Alyssa.
so I believe the Republicans are all back. I'm not sure about that though. So
It took us a little while to figure out there was a little leave room button on the side there. So
Do you guys need more time?
no, indeed.
Okay. Okay.
We were wondering why we were there.
Yeah, we thought you sent us to the corner.
Well, some people had started coming back in, so I closed them, but then they needed more time, so I sent them back and then was helping Representative Bradstreet with his video.
It's all good.
Okay.
So we have a motion on the floor, I believe,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, we have a motion. It's been seconded. Any further discussion? Well, Alyssa, let's call a roll for our vote, please. Remember that a yes will be a vote to auto pass, and a no would be no.
And I would just remind members of the committee that I can't register your vote unless I can hear and see you. I'll give folks a second to turn on their camera.
I apologize. My audio was garbled. I did not hear the motion.
We had a vote. See if he can do it now. We had a motion to auto vote for LD 37. And a yes vote would be auto pass, a no vote would be no. So it was seconded, we've had discussion, and now we're ready to call the roll.
Senator Rafferty?
Yes.
Rafferty, yes. Senator Guerin?
Yes.
Guerin, yes. Senator Miramont?
Yes.
Miramont, yes. Representative Sylvester?
Yes. Yes.
Sylvester, yes. Representative Bradstreet?
Yes.
Bradstreet, yes. Representative Cuddy?
Yes.
Cuddy, yes. Representative Drinkwater?
Yay.
Drinkwater, yay. Representative Gear?
Yes.
Gear, yes. Representative Morris?
Yes.
Morris, yes. Representative Pebworth?
Yes.
Pebworth, yes. Representative Prescott?
Yes.
Prescott, yes. Representative Rader?
Yes.
Rader, yes. And Representative Warren?
Yes.
Warren, yes. And that is unanimously ought to pass.
Thank you very much, Alyssa, and congratulations, Senator Libby.
I
Yay.
want to thank the committee for your work on this bill, especially considering the long day you've had. I'm grateful for your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you. And my sentiments exactly to the entire committee. I know, again, it's a long day. And coming in, we don't know if we're here for 2 hours or beyond, but I appreciate everyone hanging in there. Thank you for your continued efforts and hard work for all Mainers. That said, I will call for the meeting to adjourn. Have a good evening, folks.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, and thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Alyssa and Steve, thank
Good
you.
evening.
Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Good night.
Thanks, Alyssa and Steve.
Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Nice to see you, Dick, Mr. Bradford.